Good morning.
Good morning.
About 10 years ago, I was chatting with the mom of one of my students, where I teach in the Garfield Park neighborhood in Chicago. And she told me that she had been sitting with my student and her son, her two kids in her parked van, and they had been hit by a drunk driver. Their van was badly damaged. Fortunately, all of them were okay. And she told me about how a police officer came, and this white police officer saw the white drunk driver and decided everything looked to be in order here and let the drunk driver go free without asking any more questions. And what I remember most about her sharing that with me was her attitude that she didn't really expect anything different. I think her words were, "Don't let it ruin your weekend." And it made such an impression on me that my student's life wasn't safe because of her blackness. I wish that this were an isolated incident, but I think we all know that this is sort of part of the culture of this country. We live in a country where all men are created equal implicitly meant all white men are created equal, and women were nowhere to be found at that time in that statement. I think that there's a temptation for us to think of racism that is being something that happens over there with people who drive pickup trucks and not Priuses. And so I wanted to share with you, as I shared with Reverend Allison, that this past week my heart has been heavy as I've been chatting on UU online forums. Increasingly, people of color are leaving these forums because they're racist. And there was, in one conversation, just one apparent person of color left, and somebody said, her name was Brenna Beatty, and somebody said, "Brenna, you have the patience of a saint. I don't know why you're still on this forum." And they said in response, "Their lives on the line. I would never want for us to go back to the old days." And I wanted to share that because I think it's important for us to know that we have to all come together, no matter who we are, to fight racism and oppression within ourselves, within our own communities, and in the larger world around us. I think if we follow our faith, we have no other choice but to make explicit that commitment that all means Black, Indigenous, and other people of color, and all people from oppressed backgrounds. And that's why I strongly support the 8th principle and hope you do too. Thank you.